Hey guys, hello and welcome to the channel, and today we are going to solve the AWS question. So this will be about billing and accounts. So we are going to solve some questions on this. So please do subscribe the channel for more questions which I am going to upload in the near future. So we'll start with the questions here. Okay, so first question is, to reduce the price of your Amazon EC2 instances, which term length are available for reserved instances? Okay, so as we know that different types of instances are available, like dedicated instance, spot instance, reserved instance, and on demand instance. So as we are talking about the Amazon EC2 instance and the length available for reserved instance, then that is 1 year and 3 years. So you need to remember this part. Okay, then to the next question. Which of the following AWS support levels offers 24/7 support via phone or chat? Okay, so see, this is the 24/7 support and it is via phone or chat. So in this we have the option business, basic, individual, and developer. So 24/7, and see, it is not like the email support during business hours. It is the 24/7 support. So obviously this is the premium one, and you can see in the options of or the basic, you know that you will not receive the support via phone or chat. So basic is the very basic one, individual, developer, and the business. So as we can see, this is about the 24/7. So you can simply select over here the correct option as business. Okay, so moving to the next question now. Which of the following are support levels offered by AWS? So we need to select three options in this, and the question is stating support levels offered by AWS. So we have the support level over here as in terms of options: individual, basic, startup, developer, and business. So again, this is the very simple one, you can easily make it a guess. So it's a developer, so we can see the one option, developer. So developer is the correct one, and we have the basic, so basic is also the correct one, and the business. Okay, then moving to the next question. Which of the following are good use cases for a specific Amazon EC2 pricing model? So we need to select two correct options. So let's see. So good use cases for Amazon EC2 pricing model: spot for consistent load over a long term, on demand for regulatory requirements that do not allow multi-tenant virtualization, on demand for ad hoc requirements that cannot be interrupted, reserved instances for applications with flexible start and end times, reserved instances for steady state predictable usage. So if we see the first option, spot for consistent load over a long term, then it is not like that for a consistent load over a long term. So it is like if we are talking about the pricing model, specific Amazon good cases, then we can see that on demand for ad hoc requirements that cannot be interrupted. So this looks the quite logical one. So this we will mark as a one option, and the other one over here, reserved instances for application with a flexible start and end time. So as per the pricing model, we can check this one, reserved instances for steady state predictable usage. So this is again the correct one. So let's see what are the correct options after this ending with this quizzes. Okay, what models of pricing is correct about Route 53? Okay, so Route 53, let's see what are the pricing model for this, as we are going to solve completely over a pricing model only. So let's see. So the options are overage charging, pay as you use, minimum setup fee, and minimum usage fee. So as we all know, like in AWS, we majorly see the pricing as in terms of pay as you go or pay as you use. So this is the correct option over here, and rest other seems to be wrong options. Okay, so you can eliminate other options. So let's now move to the next question. Which of the following is not a type of a EC2 purchase plan? So which is not the type? Okay, so spot, we know about the reserve, we know about the on demand. So virtual only is not the type of a EC2 purchase plan. Okay. How does the consolidated billing feature of AWS organization treat reserved instances that were purchased by another account in the organization? So let's see the options. All accounts in the organization are treated as one account for volume discount but not for reserved instance. Only the master account can benefit from the hourly cost benefit of the reserved instance. All accounts in an organization are treated as one account, so any account can receive the hourly cost benefit. Okay, so what is the difference over here if we check with the first one? So it is saying as one account for volume discount but not for reserved instance, and this is saying any account can receive the hourly cost benefit. AWS organization does not support any volume or reserved instance benefits across accounts. It is just a method of aggregating bills. So if we again come to the point for this first one, all accounts in the organization are treated as one account for volume discount but not for the reserved instance. So it is not like that. So if we talk about the AWS organization, so consolidated billing feature is like anyone can get benefit, any account can get benefit. So moreover, in the third option we can see all accounts in the organization are treated as one account, or and so any account can receive the hourly cost benefit. So that is the perfect option over here. So let's move to the next question. When would you use the reserved instance pricing model? Okay, so it is the case when we would like to use the reserved instance pricing model. So let's see. So see, mark the keyword that is reserved instance. Okay, so unpredictable workloads, capex versus opex charging model, ability to bid on the lowest compute price possible, predictable workload types. So I would like to make it clear over here, like it is not the ability to bid the lowest compute price possible. So it is all about pay as you go. So how much the consumption will be there, so it will be charged according to that. So it is not to bid a lowest compute price. So we can remove this option. And if we are reserving any instance, so definitely it is the predictable workload. It doesn't fall under the category of unpredictable workload. So we can also remove the first option from the scenario. Next is predictable workload types, and it is about capex and capex versus opex charging model. So definitely yes. So capex versus opex charging model. So this is the one thing, and as we need to select two, so second one is predictable workload type. So simply if we are over here eliminating the first one, then definitely the opposite one is the correct for this. So this is how you can increase your chances to select the correct option by eliminating the illogical options from the questions. Okay, then to the next question. Which is the billing type of billing used in the, what is the type of billing used in for AWS? Okay, so pay for reservation, pay as you estimate, pay as you terminate. So it is not about where pay as you terminate, it is not about the estimation also. So this is it is about the type of billing used in for. So this is the most simplest question, so I will go over here with pay as you go. Okay, so where you should go to get more details about the AWS EC2 billing activity that took place 3 months ago. Okay, so AWS cost and usage reports, EC2 dashboard. So EC2 dashboard has nothing to do with the billing activity about 3 months ago. Next is AWS cloudtrail and the trusted advisor. So trusted advisor is not also again going to show you about the billing activity. So it will recommend you about the performance and security part. So simply if you want to look for the 3 months ago billing activity, so over here you can opt for the AWS cost and usage reports. Okay, so to the next question. Which of the following are AWS EC2 reserved pricing types? Okay, Okay, all right. So we need to choose three over here. So reserved pricing type. So let's see what options are available. Scheduled reserved instances, convertible reserved instances, and compute reserved instances, scalable reserved instances, and standard reserved instances. So simply you can remember for this part about the reserved pricing type. So one is the scheduled reserved instances, and if you see the compute reserved instances, so this doesn't fall under this reserved pricing type. So you can eliminate this part, and convertible reserved instances, and we are left with this two, scalable and standard. So standard is the correct option over here, and the last remaining two options are convertible reserved instance and scalable reserved instance. So again, convertible over here is the correct answer. So to the next question, when performing a total cost of ownership analysis between on-prem and the AWS cloud, which factors are only relevant to on-prem deployments? Choose two. So when it is about the on-prem deployments, so one can be the hardware procurement team, and other can be the if you see, so application licensing, total cost of ownership analysis, and we need to check for only relevant to the on-prem deployment. So hardware procurement team can be the one option, and the other option is facility operating cost. Okay, so if we talk about the on-premises, so definitely operation cost is one of the factor for that. And if we see about the database administration, the operating system licensing, application licensing, so this we cannot consider under the TCO, as these are not the only factors which is considered to on-prem deployments. Which would be not considered a major benefit of IaaS? Okay, so increasing speed and agility, reducing capex, so obviously this is the benefit. So eliminating security concerns, okay, so eliminating security concerns, leveraging AWS expertise. So yes, definitely increasing speed and agility. If we it can be considered as a benefit of IaaS, and we already discussed about the reducing capex. So this is also considered as a major benefit of IaaS. And we are left with the two main options, that is eliminating security concerns and leveraging AWS expertise. So leveraging AWS expertise is basically yes, so one should consider that as a benefit of IaaS, as you are moving to cloud from on-prem, so you will definitely increase your expertise in that cloud era. Okay, eliminating security concerns cannot be considered as a major benefit of IaaS. Okay, so to the next question, which of the following AWS support levels offers the assistance of the technical account manager? Support level offers the assistance of TAM. So this is again a very important question. Okay, as we all know about the support levels offers as assistance of TAM, then definitely it is the premium one, and premium in the sense higher level assistance, we can say that. So let's say what are the options available. So as we all know, like enterprise is the one, business is the one, developer is the one, and the basic is the one. So question in these options, you can see you can get confused over here. So as you can see the option premium, so one can get confused like, yes, so this is the premium offering of the support level, so one might can get into this trap by selecting this one. But the actual support levels offer the assistant TAM, it comes under your enterprise, as this is the assistance provided by your TAM. So this is the enterprise, you can select as a correct model over here. Okay, all right, then moving to the next question. Okay, so you are an AWS enterprise customer with questions about billing and your overall AWS account. Which of the following AWS support personnel should you contact? Okay, so this is about the AWS account enterprise customer. So to whom you will contact? You will contact AWS support, billing in account, or TAM. So TAM is basically for your assistance. So this in the question, as it says, AWS enterprise customer questions about billing and overall AWS account. So in this case, you will connect with the AWS concierge. Okay. Which of the following are valid EC2 pricing options? So valid EC2 pricing options. So there are two. So let's see what are the valid EC2 pricing options available in the options. As we have already revised this thoroughly, and we after looking at the option can directly make a judgment over here. So one is the on demand, okay, and other one is the reserved. So in the pricing options, global is nowhere a correct suitable option, and for the valid EC2 pricing one, so this will not come under the enterprise as well. So on demand and reserved is the correct option over here. Okay, so to gain greater discounts, which services can be reserved? Okay, so we need to select two options over here to gain this greater discount. So which services we can reserve to get that? Okay, so let's see the options over here. So first one is Amazon CloudWatch. Next is Amazon S3. So it is about the storage. So this will not come under that. So you can directly eliminate this. Other one is AWS Lambda. So this is again your serverless one, but it doesn't fall under your greater discount which services. So this cannot be reserved under that. So what can be reserved? So the pending option is Amazon DynamoDB and Amazon Redshift, and relevantly if we see, then these two are the correct option and the most suitable options. Okay, all right, then moving to the next question. Why does AWS guarantee your exchange rate with AWS billing and cost management? So guys, if you are not getting an idea to select which options, so you need to check the documentation for the billing one. Okay, so billing and account types related documentation will be helpful for you to go through with that topic. So after what like completely reading about that, you will able to easily select the correct options, or else if you want, I can create a video on that as well. So this will help you to learn about the billing related concepts in the AWS, and I will simply create I will be creating the AWS services and the account types, billing types in that. Okay, all right then. Why does AWS guarantee your exchange rate with AWS billing and cost management? So to save you cost, to ensure that any refund uses the same exchange rate as the original transaction, to minimize the number of transactions in the system, to optimize your cost for resources. Okay, so let's analyze one by one this. So if we see the first option, to save you cost, so technically it is not about that. So exchange rate, about the billing and cost management. We'll select the we'll check the other options as well. So to ensure that any refund uses the same exchange, yeah, so this sounds perfect. Any refund uses the same exchange rate as the original transaction. So this will guarantee your exchanging rate over here with the billing and cost management. To minimize the number of transaction in the system, so it is not at all about the number of transaction which you did in the system. So it is like basically to get you the same exchange rate in the original transaction if we compare to that. Okay, so to optimize your cost for resources, so this has nothing to do with that. So if AWS is guaranteeing your exchange rate, so that is to any refund uses the same exchange rate as the original transaction. Okay, yeah, so which of the following are payment options for reserved instances? Oh, all right, so actually we need to remember about this. So the payment option for the reserved instances are, so it is about the upfront, so all upfront and partial upfront. So we can see the option that is AURI, that is all upfront, and over here the partial upfront. Okay, so these two are the correct options. So we can move to the next question now. Oh, okay, so this is about choose three. So which of the following are payment options for reserved instances? So all upfront, partial upfront, and another one is then no upfront. Okay, all right then. Okay, so which of the following best describes a resource group? Okay, so which of the following best describe a resource group? A resource group is a collection of resources that are deployed in the same availability zone. A resource group is a collection of resources of the same type. So this is not about the same type, so you can remove this option. Resource group is a collection of resources that share one or more tags or portion of tags. A resource group is a collection of resources of the same type EC2, S3 that share one or more tags or portion of tags. So we can neglect this one also. So first of all, it is not about the type, as we can see collection of resources of same type and that too deployed in a same availability zone. So second and fourth option can be removed in this. If we see the first option, a resource group is a collection of resources that are deployed in the same availability zone. So this is again a wrong thing. Deployed in the same availability zone, this is not the definition of that. So a resource group is a collection of resources of same over here that share one or more tags or portion of tags. So yes, this is the perfect. Okay, so which of the following AWS services are free to use? Okay, so free to use, what are these services? Okay, so here now this is the ample of services. Let's see then what are the services available which is free to use. So CloudFormation is the option, auto scaling, EC2, VPC, Route 53. So Route 53 is not free to use, so you can simply remove this. S3, RDS, Elastic Beanstalk, this is again not a free to use. EBS and IAM. So let's check the one by one what can be the correct option. So if we see the first option, that is cloud formation. So cloud formation, yes, this is the first option. And auto scaling, so yes, this is also free to use. And EC2 instances, so EC2 instances are basically not free to use, so we cannot mark this. So obviously VPC, you can select Route 53. I already told you that this is not the correct option. Even the storage, S3 is also not the correct option. So RDS, again this is the paid services, which is not free to use, so we can select okay, so we are left with these three, that is Elastic Beanstalk, and EBS and IAM. So IAM is not a service, so basically sorry, I mean to say it is not a type of an instance any, so then definitely you can select this as a one. So which services are back to free? So CloudFormation is one, auto scaling, VPC, IAM, and what is the one thing which I am not getting currently? So EC2, we can remove this. Route 53 is also not the correct one over here, and S3, RDS, Beanstalk, and EBS. So we can see like Route 53. Okay, so we can eliminate that. Okay, all right, my bad. Sorry. So Elastic Beanstalk we will select for this now. We'll discuss later on about this after checking that. Okay, so I'm less a bit not confirmed for this, but four options which we have selected, that is for sure the correct one. How long is the free tier period by default? So this is about the time, like how long you will get the free tier period, and that too by default. Okay, so let's see what are the options available. 2 years, so obviously 3 months, 1 year, and 6 months. So as we know, that is about the 12 months. So 12 month is nothing but the 1 year over here. All right, next question. Your boss has asked you to provide estimated cost associated with the move to the cloud. So okay, so it is about move to the cloud from your on-prem to cloud. Okay, so what tool should you use? So you need to check with the calculator, which calculator total cost of ownership while you will be moving that from on-prem to cloud. So simple, this is the TCO calculator. Cloud move tool, this is not at all suitable one. VPC calculator, trust advisor. So this is basically will provide you recommendation. So this is again the wrong one. Your development team uses 4 on-demand EC2 instances, and your QA team has 5 reserved instances, only 3 of which are being used. Assuming all AWS accounts are under a single AWS organizations, how will the development team instances be built? So this is purely against if you have a dev and quality assurance team, so it is asking like if you have a QA team has a 5 and 3 being used, and assuming all accounts are under a single AWS organization, so how will your development team instances are built in this case? So simply, so the prices for the reserved instances will shift from QA to dev. So this is not at all correct, as we can, if something is pricing for a reserved instance, so this will not change their billing part to the on-demand instances. Like over here, it is mentioned 4 on-demand EC2 instances, and your QA team has a 5 reserved instances. So first one is incorrect. Let's see the second one. The dev team will be built for 2 instances at on-demand prices and 2 instances at the reserve instance price. Okay, so let's check once again. So QA has a 5 reserved instances, and your 3 of which are being used, and 4 on-demand EC2 instances development team have. So dev team will be built for 2 instances at on-demand prices. Okay, all right, and 2 instances at the reserved instance prices. Okay, that sounds also perfect. So let's see the other part. All the dev teams instances will be built on the on-demand rate. So this is not the perfect one. All the dev instances will be built at the reserved instance rate. So if you have the different instances, let's say, and the environment is different, so basically it will bill you for the both one. So not it will again get shift from QA to dev, or not only it will bill for on demand or reserved instance rate. So obviously the second one is the correct option. What can a startup company with limited revenue growth do to be notified when the monthly bill approaches $2,000? Okay, so it is again about a notification. When will it be notified? When your limited revenue monthly bill approaches to $2,000. So let's see what options are available over here. So one is your configure the Amazon simple email service to send an SNS billing notification to their email address. Okay, all right, so configure SNS for this to get notified is not a correct one. Configure the Amazon Connect service. So Connect service, okay, no. To send an SNS billing notification to their email address, this is also wrong. Set up a cloudtrail billing alarm. Billing alarm, okay, this is correct, but see, this is cloudtrail. Okay, so there is difference again. This is not a CloudWatch, this is a cloudtrail billing alarm that triggers an SNS notification to their email address. Obviously, if he needs to get notified, then SNS is required, but on what basis will it get triggered? So it will get triggered on the basis of a CloudWatch billing alarm. Okay. Alright, so to the next question. By default, when using consolidated billing, which of the below will the master paying account to be able to do in the member account? Okay, so this is about consolidated billing, and this is asking which of the below will be the master paying account. Okay, so which of the below will be the master paying account to be able to do in the member account. Okay, so grant access to member account to other users. So this is not at all related to okay, so you can see grant access to member account to other users. How is it possible? Okay, so this is totally against your security. View and data stores, view any data stored, make changes to resources, view billing information. So simply this is the correct one, view billing information. So nothing related to changes to any resources. So over you can directly select this one. You need an AWS support plan for your production workloads but want to keep cost to a minimum. Which of the following plans should you choose? Again, now this is about the minimum cost. Okay, and you need a AWS support plan for your production related workload. So can you see the twist over here in the question? So again, this is about the production related workload, and this too kept at a minimum. So obviously you will not select a enterprise one, as this is the most costliest one, so you need to keep that as a minimum. And you also want that for a production related workload, so that will not be used for your basic and developer part, so that will be for your business part. All right, then when using the EC2 as a pay as you go payment option, which of the following prices schedules applies? Okay, so see, so again, like EC2 pay as you go, and you can see like what are the schedule basically which applies to that. Okay, so what are the options given? Monthly, hourly, daily, by the minute. So we know the pricing structure, how it gets calculated as you go for a pay as you go. So this is about the hourly 60 minutes. Okay, so it is not calculated as monthly, daily, neither by the minute. Which of the following are cost calculators available in AWS? Cost calculator available in the AWS. We need to choose any two. So see, if you are watching this AWS fee estimator, so this is not the correct one. Okay, so let's see what other options are available apart from this. Okay, AWS Simply Monthly Calculator, TCO Calculator, AWS Cost Comparison Calculator. So TCO is the one, and Simply Monthly Calculator is also the correct options. Okay, then let's see to the next one. Why would you use tags in AWS? So again, this is the very simplest one. So this is not to store password for your server, so remove this. See, this is how you can basically eliminate the option when you see the keyword. So tags, in like, it is nothing to relate it to store the password or to store the code or to so okay, yeah, so to organize your resources. So this is a correct one, so no need to look now for the last option for a NoSQL data store. Okay, yeah, when using AWS organizations with consolidated billing that are two valid. So this is asking what are two valid best practices. Okay, so the paying account should be used for billing purposes only. Never exceed the limit of 20 linked accounts. Always use a straightforward password on the root account. So you can see now valid best practices. Okay, so what is the valid best practices according to you for this? So if we see, always use a straightforward password onto the root account. This has nothing to do related with your billing part. Okay, so you can skip this one. Use the paying account for deploying purposes. So again, like to deploying purposes, this is not used. So AWS organization will be used basically. The paying account should be used for your I can say we need to select two over here. So that is, one is should be used for your billing purposes only, and other is always enable multi-factor authentication on the root account. So for this also will your AWS organization with consolidated billing. So these are the valid two best practices. Okay, sorry, maybe I have not selected the one. So paying account should be used for billing purposes only. Okay, yeah, sorry for that. Now moving to the next question. Let me first charge the okay, so plug in the adapter over here. Sorry guys. Okay, so all right, so coming back to the question, which of the following support services do all account receive as a part of the AWS support basic tier? Okay, so services to all account receive. So TAM is not the correct one. Architectural support. So yes, billing support is the services to all account receive as the part of the AWS support basic tier. Which of the following need to be included in a total cost of ownership analysis? So application development, company-wide marketing, facility, equipment, installation, IT manager salary, data center security cost. Okay, so data center security cost can be the one option over here. And the IT manager salary, so that has to be basically you will get even if it is on-prem or is it in cloud. Okay, so other thing it is about facility equipment installation, so this will also levied into your on-prem one, so not onto your like what we say cloud part. So this will also be need to included in your TCO, so this too is the correct factor over here. Moving to the next question, what component does the budget tool in AWS use for visualization? So obviously we can see it is about the budget tool. So what are the options available over here? Let's see that. Okay, so one option is AWS Graph, Sage, Cost Explorer, and Excel and Tableau. So as we are talking about the budget, then Cost Explorer is the most suitable option over here. Which of the following represent economic advantages of um, moving to the AWS cloud? So it is about the economic advantages. Okay, so two options are the correct over here. Let's see. Reduce the need to manage application. So not the application but yes infrastructure. So reduce the rate of change, so this has nothing to do with this. Increase time to market for new application. Increase efficiencies through automation, so yes, this is the correct one. Reduce the need to manage infrastructure, so this is also the correct one. Okay, why is the AWS more economical than traditional data center for applications with varying compute requirements? So this is just a question which is saying why it is more economical than traditional data center. So options, as we can see, EC2 charges are billed monthly. You can provision the EC2 resources needed to accommodate your peak workload demand and then permanently leave those resources in place. Customer can still keep complete control over EC2 resources even though they are not located on premises. So well, this is also not the correct one. So yes, you can launch the EC2 instances on demand as needs arise or even automatically. Yes, so this is the correct option over here. Which of the following are criteria affecting your billing for RDS? So criteria which will affect for RDS. So let's see the option: number of requests, data transfer in standard monitoring services, running duration of the RTS instances, additional storage. So obviously additional storage is one of the factor which will affect your billing for RDS. And number of requests, we need to select 3. So number of requests, let's see other part as well. So for the inbound part, data transfer in, there is no charges, so you can eliminate this. And standard monitoring services and the running duration of the RDS. So running duration of the RDS is the correct one, and the number of requests is also the correct one. So these two are not the correct option over here. So we will now select this 3 only. Okay, so which tool can help you to compare the cost of hosting resources? Cost of hosting resources in AWS versus the cost of hosting in traditional data center. So this is again the total cost of ownership only, so you need to check hosting resources in AWS and traditional data center. So obviously total cost of ownership calculator will help you in that. Alright, so which of the following AWS support levels offer 24/7 support via phone or chat? So I think this is again the repeated question. So we had solved this, so we will simply mark this as business over here. Which of the following support plans features a less than 4 hours response time in the event of an impaired production system. So which of the following support plans feature less than 4 hours? So less than 4 hours, so business will again support for that. So you can select a business. Developer, basic and individual level will not support over here. Okay, so you need to complete a compute processing task and have a window of several months to get them done. You would like to save money over the standard pricing model of EC2. What should you consider? Dynamic, reserved, spot instance, or on demand? So if you want to complete a processing task and have a window of several months, as question says, so you need several months to get them done, and you would like to save money over standard pricing model of EC2, so you would go definitely for a spot instance as a correct option over here. Okay, which of the following support plans feature access to AWS support via email only during business hours? So here comes the twist, that is email only. So that is basically a developer over here, which comes under email only. Remember this, okay? Which of the following instances, EC2 instances types, will realize a savings over time? Okay, so realize a savings over time in exchange for a contracted term of service. Saving over time and for a contracted term of service, this will be applicable only and only to the reserved instances. Okay. What EC2 pricing model enables bidding at whatever price is desired for instance capacity, thereby making it ideal for flexibility with application start and end time. Okay, so this is for a instance capacity, and price is whatever price is desired. So this will come under your spot instances. Okay, all right then. So this is also clear. And which is not a fundamental cost in AWS? So let's see what options are available over here. So not a fundamental cost. Data transfer out is one option given to you, and storage, data transfer in, and compute. So obviously not a fundamental cost, so data transfer in will not come under your fundamental cost for this, so that is free for that. Okay, so yeah, data transfer in is the correct one. Which tool can display the distribution of AWS spending? So this is about the distribution. Which tool can display the distribution of AWS spending? So trusted advisor is not the correct one over here. Okay, so you can eliminate that. uh, Organization is again a part of a consolidated billing, so this has nothing to do with the distribution of spending, and cost checker is nothing related to I think cost, it doesn't exist only, so you will get the simple as a cost explorer over here. When you choose cloud tech, you are typically reducing capex and increasing what? So yes, you are increasing the opex, as like most, I think the easiest one. Which of the following is generally not built for on the AWS platform? So let's understand this. So it is about not built for on the AWS platform. So data in is the one option, and compute data out. So again, maybe this seems to be data in as a correct option over here. Alright, which of the following EC2 instances pricing models allows you to bid on unused instance hours? Okay, so this is the most important question, where they are asking you about which pricing models allows you to bid on the unused one. Okay, unused instance as purchased by another AWS. So let's check the options on this, what options are available on this. So dedicated, scheduled, on demand, on demand pay as you go, and What is that? Reserved and spot one. So obviously, as we know the definition of spot one, so for that we will allow you to bid on the unused instance hours. So we will select the spot over here as a correct option. All right. How can you save the most money with reserved instances? So, see, let's understand the questions once again. So, this is about how can you save the most money over here with the reserved instance. So, you can simply use the like pay all at the end of the contract. So, this is not the correct one. Pay some upfront, well, so this is not also the correct one. Pay monthly, so this is about pay all upfront. So you can save the money, most money with reserved instance by paying all of the upfront. Okay. So yeah, so maybe we are done with this results and like complete questions. So we have solved 50 questions and let's check the output. So yeah, so we scored 98% over here. So let's check where we lag behind with the one like 2%. So we have almost a correct like selected the correct option. So you can slow this video, okay, a little bit, so you can check the if any description you want to read in that part. Okay, so you have not answered this question. So which one we have not answered? This one has what happened, you have not answered to this question. So yeah, so there is some glitch maybe. What is the issue with this? Alright, so almost we have completed all the part only, and yeah, I can see the all the options are very easy related to the billing pricing. Okay, so we have completed this one. So thank you for watching, guys. If you have any doubts, so you can mention in the comment box. So I'll be reading each and every comment. If you have any request for me to upload any like more videos onto like any cloud certification, so please do let me know, so I will upload that for you. So yes, thank you guys for watching this video and giving your time as well. So please do like this video and subscribe for more further videos. Okay, so yeah, thank you, take care, and bye bye.